And here we are again. We're back in the Tahuya State Forest. Hey, I never left, but that's okay. I just moved around the corner. And so looking at succession in this case, ecological succession, I like using the woods as a model for this, especially because lumber industry is so big in our state. When they come through and they cut down the trees, it is actually a natural disaster. And so right here, we could see in the background all the really nice, good trees here. Let me go facing here. Pretty thick brush. We have some hemlock and Doug fir and some trees that didn't make it to be expected. They've been here for a long time. You probably got about 20 to 30 years of growth here, many generations. So this isn't not quite considered old growth or a climax community, because in our state, the old growth, you'd have some really big, you'd have some cedar trees. You'd have a lot more maples. You'd have some more of the hardwood trees out here, and a lot of this lower, like the huckleberry here, and you got some salah here. A lot of it would just eventually die out because the other trees would just tower up so tall, and eventually it just kind of die out, because that's what the climax community actually does. But it's still really good to kind of see how it works for succession. So the lumber companies will come through. They'll bulldoze everything down until there's nothing but just stumps. Not bulldoze. They'll cut everything down until there's stuff on, just junk on the ground. They'll rip everything up just by the nature of it. It's not intentional. It's just how it works, cutting everything down. And then that's when you're going to be dealing with. You might as well be like right here. I printed up and brought with us from the PowerPoint slide. And so there's a little bit of stuff here, but not too much. Okay, this would be like a volcano hits. But, you know, our initial thing after doing a deforesting, we've got something like this. There's some brushes. There might be a few trees here and there. But a few years later, we're going to get to where we have here, where some brushes start growing up. Some of our evergreens start growing up a little bit. And then we're in the phase here where I was just showing you what we were kind of using to kind of understand the process. This phase here, you have a lot of evergreens, but the hardwoods are just still babies trying to grow up. I probably won't ever see this in this forest, because it's going to take hundreds of years to get that far. And because this is such a popular way of making money for the state, they're going to keep on cutting down their fir trees for lumber. So let's just go ahead and show here. So right here again, here we have a succession site. It's not quite a climax community, but it's right before it. And then let's go over here. Here we go. Forest, and across the trail, now you can see it. This was harvested about 2.5 years ago. We actually did our sampling earlier over there when I was showing you the quadrant sampling, and you can see it. There's not much there. We got a few trees they left to kind of act as seeding trees and let more Doug firs grow out. Not much there at all. And so you see here, Scotch broom, my favorite to hate plant. That's some Scotch broom right there. That's one of the first ones to come back here, because the seeds lay dormant for so long and it grows back quick. See some salah on the ground, some more of the green stuff. You have some grasses right here. All of this is the stuff that comes back very quick after a natural disaster. And then your next phase would be kind of what we saw over here, where it gets thicker. The evergreens get taller, the brushes get a bit deeper, your huckleberry, your salah gets deeper and thicker. And then the final stage, we probably wouldn't say, would be our climax communities, when you start seeing the hardwoods and the bigger trees show up. And that's what we have for understanding, kind of like seeing succession firsthand, unless you ever go to a volcano and see it there. Have a good one.